We are gathered here today to celebrate you, the 2016 MNPS graduating senior class.
Education is absolutely the most important thing in your life right now, and will be the most important thing in your life for a little while. I want to talk about how you can leverage your education to own and operate a business. We live in America, it's 2016, and we learn about many, many things in school. We learn about democracy, we learn about the way that our government works, we learn about the way that our education system works, we learn about the way that the criminal justice system works. I want you to think about how entrepreneurship can allow you to move around a lot of the barriers that may be held up in government. Entrepreneurship is important. You should be looking at that. Along with everything else you're looking at, you should also be looking at entrepreneurship. No matter what you're doing in life, you're only as good as you finish, okay? So do the work, finish up strong. I love y'all.
You guys are graduating soon, and I haven't seen the energy yet as far as what you have to look forward to in your future. So this is truly a celebration.
I want to start with this idea of why education is important. You guys are in school, you know why education is important. And as Joseph mentioned, I believe that education is important because it disrupts poverty. I am a first-generation American. I was born, raised in Hell's Kitchen, New York. People ask me all the time, how did you make it out? Right? How did you get out? And I like to pretend that I'm some super genius, and that's why I got out. But the two things that got me out is education and some luck. And my job is to try to get luck out of the way, right? So that all it is the education and the hard work, and then you can accomplish anything. We have to think about where we are in our economy. In 1973, only 20% of the jobs required some kind of college degree, some kind of post-secondary education experience. The kindergarten kids today in school, 60% of them will be working in jobs that don't exist today. I'm working in a job and for a company that didn't exist when I graduated college, let alone high school. So it's not about what you want to be when you grow up. I want you to think about something else. I want you to think about what problem you want to solve. Because when I ask you what problem you want to solve, I'm going to ask you a follow-up question. What do you need to learn to solve that problem? What are the knowledge, the skills, and abilities that you need to solve that problem? Where can you get those knowledge, skills, and abilities? There is no end point. People will tell you that you learn from failure. You do, but you also learn from successes. And that there is no end. There is no, in the world, there is no B+. Right? There's just A's. Real collaboration is the ability to work together. Real collaboration is the ability to build consensus. Real collaboration is the ability to listen and ask good questions. Real collaboration is the ability to change your mind. Whatever it is that you build, whatever it is that you create is only going to get better when you put it in front of other people. This is the most exciting time in the history of the world, and you'll hear people say that all the time, but I truly believe that. You guys are at an advantage in the rest of this global world that we live in when it comes to having access to information and having it at your fingertips. We are at the very beginning of this revolution, and you guys are the generation that's going to be creating what the world looks like. Be proud of who you are, be proud of your background, be proud of the experiences that you have, because that's what makes you unique, and that's what we're looking for when we talk about diversity. We're talking about getting people who have different point of views into the room so that we can have a different perspective. I want to leave you with this closing thought. You also have a responsibility. You have to figure out what problems you want to solve, and then go solve those problems. You can't talk about those problems, you have to go solve them.
It was interesting when I first came in and went to the breakfast this morning, how many connections I had to other people who were doing really good work in the community. And not only did I, recognize those existing connections, I also created new connections. So find opportunities wherever you are to connect with people and to solve the problems that you want to solve.
Nashville is the healthcare capital of the world, and a lot of that is being done through the power of health information technology. And we have people getting up every day in healthcare companies saying, "We build tech." There's a number of gaming companies that every day people get up and say, "We build tech." And those companies have decided to invest back into you. It's about context and understanding what great jobs and careers we can all have in technology.
As as were the students of the civil rights movement who stood against systemic oppression, use your work and influence to uphold issues of social justice for others. Use your talents, skills, your professional and civic activities to free others from constraints imposed by lack and by fear. Let your work and your example demonstrate the liberating power of education and graduation, not only for individuals, but for your families, your communities, and your nations.
The future is here. The future is here. And you are that future. And we look forward to what that's going to look like, because you're going to do everything that you can to solve a problem that matters to you.
We celebrate your accomplishments and your impending graduation. And we just want to say, and I want to say as an educator, I am so proud of all of you. Give yourself a round of applause.